Right, you're on now. Okay. Right. Okay. I'm going to address a little bit of Tommy Robinson today. I better get my date right, because otherwise that man in Leicester might make mockery out of me. It's Friday. It's 3:20. My name is Akooji Badat. It's 16th of February 2018. Have I got it right? Have I got the date right, Ibrahim? 16th of February 2018. And the first thing I want to say today is I'm going to try my best to address Tommy Robinson. And he was actually, there's no volume here, the rebel. He's the rebel. Why is there no volume here?
Saying that's what it's like up here. This happens all the time. Constantly people telling me they're religiously and racially targeted by members of the Muslim community. So that's brought us back to Batley. I'm in Batley today. I'm going to meet a leading journalist.
You stay there.
A man who started his journalism career 40 years ago in this town. He's run the local newspaper for 25 to 30 years. I'm going to hear from him. So he can
Right, it's Danny Lockwood and Tommy Robinson in Batley before Christmas. Anyway, what I'm basically going to address a little bit is that, well, firstly, Tommy, you know, from the rebel media, my respects for everybody. I am 58 nearly. I have lived in Batley almost all my life. I'm 58. I came here when I was 6 years old, so you can work out how many years I've lived here. I've lived here since I was 6 years old. I came here in 1966, and my wife was born here. My 4 kids were born here, and my eldest is 32, 33 nearly, and I've got grandchildren. It's a wonderful town, is Batley. It's in the sort of centre of Leeds, Bradford, Halifax, Huddersfield, and it's a wonderful little multicultural society that we live in. We have our ups and downs, and just going to address a few things that you've sort of heavily criticised. Firstly, Tommy, I don't really think you're a bad guy. I think you're a good guy, but end of the day, a lion, a tiger, a big cat cannot make friends with a goat or a buffalo, because you're getting probably paid in an indirect manner to address all the negative views of the Muslims. Now, firstly, you start off by a campaign on Nicky Hurst. Well, Nicky Hurst, I'm very sorry about you being attacked. Not because you know, those Muslim guys who attacked you, I don't know whether they were Muslims or whatever, but whoever they are, we fully condemn them, and we hate them, and if they were here, I'd kick their backside so hard they wouldn't be able to get up ever, if I had my ways with them. Why should you be kicked in? You know, Nicky Hurst, I've done a little collection for you. I've got a few £100 for you. Please come and see me. We're here at Snowdon Street Mosque in Batley. We're very sympathetic towards you know, these Muslims or whoever has attacked you. They do not represent us. Those people in Rochdale or anywhere, any bad Muslims doing these kind of acts, they do not represent us. We're a wonderful community, but addressing you, Mr. Tommy Robinson, as well as Mr. Danny Lockwood, who was in the 13-minute video with Mr. Robinson, was Danny Lockwood, I think, from the press. I'm a bit upset with you, Danny. You've been a Batley lad. I mean, I know you've got to sell your newspapers as well, but you're trying to portray Batley with the Muslims as if though it's a troublemaker. Every town's got its troubles. You go anywhere and there's troubles. Why are you tarnishing us, the Muslim community, with the same brush? You see, we condemn heavily these thugs that's attacked Nicky Hurst. And like I say, I've got a little collection for you. I've got about £300 for you. Please see me. And it's not because I'm trying to be good. It's because I felt for you. You know, I didn't know until a couple of weeks ago when I saw this little video that you'd been attacked. Anyway, Justice for Nicky campaign, we're fully with you. But not with Mr. Robinson trying to come in my Batley town our Batley town, where we have a wonderful community, a multicultural society. We're very happy. I've been a taxi driver all my life, and I see most of my customers, which are English white people, at night time, they're English youths. We take them home, I talk to them, and we get on fine. You know, we've given you the takeaways, we've given you the petrol stations, we give you a lot of good services, vice versa, and we're getting on really fine, and we're here to stay, and Islam is a very peaceful religion. Some of the people might not be good, but you know, Islam itself and Quran itself is a fantastic book. And so is Bible, and the Quran talks hugely about Christianity and Jesus Christ coming back. In fact, it talks more about Christianity than Islam. So that's a bit of Quran for you. Now you're talking about the drugs problem. Well, drugs problems are everywhere. Do you know? Some time ago, about 6 months ago, we had a big peaceful protest in Leeds. All the taxi drivers got together. And do you know why? Because some of the areas, we get stoned. We get, you know, banged. It's like a terrorist attack. Bang, and you've got customers with me and we get stoned. And those youngsters that actually stone us, they're not Muslims. No disrespect, but they're usually English white kids. And they'll throw stones at anybody. Now, are they Muslims? Are they Muslims? They even attack the emergency services, you see. So these things happen anywhere and everywhere. And these drug problems are in those areas as well as, you know, everybody's areas. So please don't just tarnish our little Batley. Now, election fraud. Well, look at Mr. Trump. He's gone right up to the other side of Russia, and he's using Russian politics. So my Tracy Brabin, my current MP, and our previous late Joe Cox, they used to wear headscarves. You're saying this, that, another. Well, do you know the population of Batley is about 38,000, and out of 38,000, there'll be about 5, 6, 7,000 Asian votes. But most of the people that vote these politicians are English people. It's not the Asian people, so, you know, get your facts right. There's about 108,000 in Batley and Spen altogether. So, come on now, you know, I mean, yes, there is some Asian votes, but majority of the voting power is with the English white people. I'm not being disrespectful, I love the English white people. We have a collection here for the only English white people as well, certain collections. And we try to be very fair and very plenty of open days. Now, Danny, you're saying the community leaders and they have their Sharia code. We're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't. When there's trouble, the community people, we go out there in response and in call of the police and the council, and we try our best to help out as best as we can. Now, you're having a good go at Inspector Mo, you know, Mohammed Rauf, which is our local inspector now, police. Well, before him, we used to have Neil Money, who was the inspector for Batley. And I was the first one to complain because he was a fantastic person. I've told Inspector Mo, Mohammed Rauf, that, look, he was better than you know. But we all have our choices. And, you know, the police can't be here, there and everywhere. But, you know, I've got my own criticism about them. The one thing that they're always telling us that they haven't got the resources. So Inspector Neil Money, fantastic person. He's moved on to somewhere in Huddersfield. I think he's moved on to be a superintendent. And we've got our Inspector Mo Rauf. Not bad, but he's not as good as Neil Money. I'll say it at the face. Right, now next you're saying that Joe Cox was murdered, and you're saying very little about Tommy Mair. Tommy Mair is the biggest idiot I've ever seen, and he was a terrorist because he was affiliated with EDL. We've got evidence about that. And poor old little Joe Cox, you know, everybody misses her. And you know, I'm not saying anything bad about you, Danny, because you've said some nice things about her, but she did come to mosque. She was a favourite at this mosque. So was Tracy Brabin. And when they go out in their headscarves, like I say, what about all the rest of the politicians all over the world? You know, they all go out and campaign, and they want votes. So they'll do anything for votes. It's not just the Muslim community around here. So that's about a bit of the elections. The taxi drivers around here are all 95%, we're all from the ethnic minority, mainly Muslims, some of them are Sikhs and we give a good service. And I'll tell you this, the other side, you know, at the council side, most of them are white. Mr. Khan, who's the mayor of London, MP, he's black, but, you know, he's probably more in favour of all these things that they bring out against immigration than the English white politicians. So, end of the day, you know, everything has to be balanced out, and we are here to stay. That's the simple, short message. We're here to say, I'm 58, I've lived here since I was 6 years old. I came here when I was 6 in 1966. My kids were born here, and we've had a wonderful life. We've had a multicultural life, and that's the way it is. Like I said, Nicky Hurst, if you come and see me, I've got a bit of collection. I've got a few £100. I think I've got, last time I counted, about £300. And anyone who is from the, you know, the community that wants any kind of assistance from myself or IMWS or PKWA, and if we can help, please approach us. We'll try our best to help you. What else is there? Well, I'm going to put this up on YouTube. I haven't got any fancy cameras like you, Mr. Tommy Robinson. Mine, what's being recorded here is by a simple iPhone, and if I've made any mistakes, it'll go on it, you know, it's as simple as that. So anyway, today's date, once again, is Friday. It's nearly 3:30. It's 16th of February 2018. Thanks to Abraham, my friend here, for reporting it. If I've got any more things to say, I'll very quickly say it. Like I say, we've got a good MP here, Tracy Brabin. We had a fantastic MP, the little lady with the big kick, Jo Cox. And Danny Lockwood, you've slightly upset me, although, you know, you have to make your living as well in making your paper sell as well. The police, I've addressed that. Elections, we've said that. And like I say, the people of Batley, 38,000. Just a small fraction of that is from the Muslim community. Thank you very much.